Lefty Gunplay was like 15% more Playboy Cardi. I feel like he needs a little bit more mystique.
Oh my God.
He's just doing too many podcasts. I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again. I feel like Lefty needs a little bit more mystery. He can't. He's just given too much too fast.
But it's weird because that's also what's endearing about him, right? Like we fuck with that because of how there's no filter.
Him and Conrad kind of bump heads at the concert.
How was that?
Yeah.
Main character syndrome.
Both of them?
No. Lefty fucking in
Conrad
the middle of
from the
Conrad doing the Adventures Limitless.
I'm gonna keep it dumb.
Yeah, all right,
yeah.
bam. Adventures and Limitless. Lefty walked into the front of the stage and was like dapping people's hands and like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
while Conrad was performing?
Yeah,
Okay.
And it's like all the fans was like, but they just was talking like it's concert etiquette, like it's like stage etiquette that you don't go in front of
the performer, for sure.
Definitely.
Rappers used to fight over that kind of shit.
Fuck that. That's my favorite song. No, that shit's a banger.
Yeah, to be honest, that's the cold part. Is
he fell in the crowd and all that shit.
When he was on my podcast like months ago, you feel me? Like I'm saying, like he had 13,000 followers. 12. So he was not.
Are you saying you pioneered this shit?
No, but I was one of his earliest interviews.
Right.
And on the interview that Adam said that he watched, you feel me, and got him. So yeah, but no, I was definitely early on the Lefty wave. You feel me? Over with Matt Deep and all that. And the thing is this, he was on the pod talking about, yo, I love that song Adventurous and you Vintage, whatever it's called. Yeah, but by Comrade. I'm like, you mean by Comrade? Like he's like, yeah. He's like, I was like, yeah, that's the joint. That was because when he was locked up, whether he knew it or not, like in the streets, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing it.
Yeah,
like you feel me, Vintage.
Oh, I gotta look up the song.
Yeah, I'm for where you gotta keep it thump. That was a huge. You've heard that record. I wouldn't be surprised if that was played at a No Jumper live show because
it was hot.
It was such a fucking like
Vintage and Adventurous.
Vintage and Adventurous.
Okay.
Which is a crazy title. That's the first thing he says.
Yeah.
And you for sure have heard the record. I'm pretty sure he's been interviewed on this platform before. Yeah, no, that song, and it's crazy.
I be with him every day and fuck up the title of the song.
Yeah, it's impossible to remember. It's where you got to keep it thumper.
That's the name
but back in the day in LA, like he had a whole different before he had changed his name to Comrade from the Avs. He had a whole other rap name before that and shit. You feel me? And he was already super cracking.
Yeah, it was already cracking.
Yeah, like
all that song super came, turned up and all that.
That song came way later in his trajectory, but it was like just a random hit out the cut that you feel me, kind of the same way Zoe Osama underrated was last year type shit. Like,
wait, was he making moves before that? You're saying?
Yeah,
he
got millions.
That was the first time I heard
millions of views before that shit.
You probably heard him, but like didn't know.
Hispanics love Conrad and Pac-Man.
Yeah,
the right side fucks with them heavy. We fuck with them heavy, but like even when we was in the county together, like all the blacks would be right there and. Nigga, when the SAC, I'm like, that's Conrad, fool.
Yeah.
Like hit that super turned up, fool. Like, they want to hear that shit on the tier.
And that fool Pac-Man is signed to OTR.
Yeah.
He signed to OTR Records.
Oh, shit.
So, you feel me? Like, it was like, you feel me? It's love.